Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to pull out the key bits of knowledge so you can get up to speed fast. Today we're looking at something, well, really transformative, I think. You know that AI agent you use, the text-based one, super smart, super helpful. Well, what if it can actually talk back to you?
Yeah, not like, an old GPS voice.
Exactly. Not clunky or robotic, but like with a natural, engaging voice. A real personality. Something that sounds, well, human. And the thing is, this isn't sci-fi anymore.
It's something you can genuinely build today, like right now, and without writing code.
That's the amazing part, the accessibility.
Right. So our mission for this deep dive is totally. So, okay, let's kick things off. Method 1. We're calling it the AI voicemail system. Expert. This sounds, well, it sounds clever. Like a smart way to handle tasks that aren't instant, right? This asynchronous idea.
Exactly. Yeah, think of it like a super intelligent voicemail box. You, the user, leave a voice message, maybe a complex question or instruction, and the AI doesn't rush. It takes its time, it listens, it thinks, processes everything, and then responds with its own audio message back to you.
Oh, okay.
So this asynchronous thing, it's perfect for jobs that need, deeper thought, summarizing a really long document maybe, or doing some complex research.
Right, not that instant back and forth, but more considered.
Precisely. It's about getting a thoughtful, rich response when you don't need it that very second.
That makes a lot of sense, like having a research assistant you can brief and they come back later with the findings. So, okay, what's the actual journey from me hitting record to the AI talking back? Walk us through this voice message pipeline.
Yeah, it's quite an elegant flow, actually, like a little assembly line. It starts when you send a voice message. Let's say you send it to a Telegram bot.
Okay.
Then N8N, acting as the orchestrator, grabs that audio file, downloads it, that raw audio. It goes straight to ElevenLabs. Their models transcribe it, turn it into text, and they do it brilliantly.
Mm-hmm.
That text then gets fed to the AI brain. Could be ChatGPT, could be Claude, whatever you're using. The AI does its thing, generates the response in text,
Right.
and that text goes back to ElevenLabs, this time for text-to-speech, turning it into that natural-sounding audio.
Right.
And then finally, N8N takes that new audio file and sends it back to you in Telegram. It's a full circle.
Wow, okay. That sounds incredibly capable. And the bit that really grabs me is the no-code part you mentioned. Like, for someone wanting to build this, what are the actual pieces, the Lego bricks in N8N? How do they, snap together?
Right, yeah, Lego bricks is a great way to put it. They really do feel like they're made for each other. So first brick, you're listening post. In Indian, that's just a trigger, like the Telegram trigger node. You set it up to catch incoming audio files, specifically the voice message format. And crucially, it grabs the chatted.
The return address.
Exactly. It's the unique return address, so the AI knows where to send its response back. Next brick, the universal translator. That's an ElevenLabs node doing the speech to text. It takes the audio file
And just grabs and transcribes it. The beauty is N8N handles passing that audio data automatically. It's pretty seamless.
Okay, no complex mapping needed there.
Nope. Then
I like that.
and it totally changes the whole feel of the interaction.
So the system prompt is really the soul of the agent. Okay, then what? How does it get its voice back?
Right. So after the AI thinks and writes its text response, you use another ElevenLabs node. This one's for text-to-speech. You connect the AI's text output to this node. And this is where you, cast your agent. You choose a voice from ElevenLabs library. They have tons. Or you can use a specific voice ID if you've cloned one or have a favorite.
Got it. Choosing the voice actor.
Pretty much. And the final step, delivering the message. That's another Telegram node, a sender this time. You make sure it sends the audio file generated by ElevenLabs back to the original chatid, so the message goes right back to the person who sent the request.
And then the test flight. The moment of truth, as you called it. I bet it's satisfying seeing it all light up.
Oh, it really is. Watching each node activate on the N8N canvas as your message flows through. Very cool.
But, things don't always work first time. What about when, Houston, we have a problem? Any quick debugging tips?
Yeah, absolutely. Debugging in any node is usually pretty straightforward. That visual flow helps a lot. If a node doesn't light up green, you know exactly where to stop. First thing, check the trigger. Does the Telegram node even receive the message? If not, maybe check your bot setup in Telegram itself. Then follow the noodles, those lines connecting the nodes. Is everything connected? Did you link an output to the right input? Easy mistake to make. But honestly, the most common failure point 9 times out of 10 is probably credentials. API keys.
Ah, yes, the classic.
Triple check them. Your ElevenLabs key, your AI service key, one typo and the whole thing falls over. And, maybe most importantly, read the error message.
That's really solid advice. Okay, so this AI voicemail bot is fantastic for those deeper asynchronous things. But what if you want that instant back and forth, the conversational feel? This is where it gets really interesting, I think. We're talking about building a fluid, real-time conversational AI, like talking to a human assistant on the phone.
Yeah.
This sounds like the main event, the showstopper.
Yeah, this is where it feels truly interactive.
So how do we achieve that? The proper AI assistant experience?
Okay, so for this real-time system, you need a totally different setup, a different kind of partnership. I like to think of it using the NASA mission control analogy.
Ooh, okay. Tell me more.
Right. In this model, ElevenLabs is mission control. It's the sophisticated front end. It handles the direct chat with the user, the voice, the personality, managing the flow of the conversation. It's talking to the astronaut, basically.
Got it. The voice on the comms.
Exactly. Now, your NA workflow, that's the specialist team back in Houston. The engineers, the scientists, they don't talk directly to the user. Instead, they are a powerful tool that Mission Control ElevenLabs calls upon when the user asks something complex, something needing research or a specific action performed.
Ah, I see. So ElevenLabs handles the chat, and Inane does the heavy lifting in the background when needed.
Precisely. That's the key takeaway. ElevenLabs manages the conversation, and NAN handles the actions or the deep information retrieval.
That analogy makes it crystal clear. So if ElevenLabs is mission control, how do we actually build it? How do we set up our agent in ElevenLabs for these live calls?
You actually do it right inside your ElevenLabs account. They have a section called Conversational AI. You go there, create a new agent, and this is where you play casting director again. Give it a name, something fitting. Choose a voice from their library that matches the personality you want. Calm and professional, energetic and friendly.
Right.
And then you craft that initial greeting, something simple to start, like, hello, how can I help you today?
Okay, straightforward enough. But how do we connect mission control to the specialist team, to NAN? That feels like the critical link.
It absolutely is. So back in your ElevenLabs agent settings, you scroll down to Tools. Here, you add a custom webhook tool. This is literally the direct phone line to your NAN workflow.
Okay.
You need to give the AI a clear briefing about this tool. So you give it a name, like NAN Web Researcher, and a description, something really clear, like, call this tool to search the web and find information about any topic. It is an expert research assistant.
So the AI knows what it's for.
Exactly. You set the method to post, and then you paste in the URL from an NAN webhook node. That connects them.
Got it. So the agent knows what the specialist team does. But it also needs to know when to call them, right?
Yeah.
That brings us to the prime directive, the system prompt for the ElevenLabs agent itself. How do we teach it to essentially put the user on hold and call the NAN tool at the right moment?
Yeah, this prompt it's like the agent's constitution. It dictates everything. ElevenLabs has a nice generate with AI feature to get you started with the base prompt.
But you must manually add a really crucial instruction. You have to explicitly tell the agent, when the user asks a question that requires up-to-date information or web research, use the N8 Web Researcher tool. Tell the user you are searching and then wait for the tool's response before continuing.
Ah, okay, so it's a non-negotiable rule.
Absolutely. Without that specific instruction, the agent might just try to answer from its general knowledge, which could be outdated, or it might just get confused about how to use the tool. This tells it exactly how to handle research requests.
That's a really important detail. Okay, and what about building the specialist team itself, the NAN workflow that receives the call from ElevenLabs? What are the key parts there?
So the NAN research backend is pretty focused. It usually has three main parts. First, the researcher. The webhook node receives the query from ElevenLabs. You pass that query straight to, say, a Perplexity node. You'd probably use one of their sonar models. They're designed for real-time web search, pulling back sourced info.
Okay, so it gets the raw data. Right. But that raw data can be a lot. Maybe too much for a quick conversational answer. So next comes the editor. You pass Perplexity's output to another AI agent node, its only job, to be a ruthless editor. You give it a spelling prompt like, summarize the following information concisely, no more than 3 sentences.
Nice. Keep it brief.
Exactly. And finally, the report back. This is just a respond to webhook node in ANN. It takes that short, concise summary from the editor AI and sends it straight back to the ElevenLabs agent waiting on the line. Loop closed.
This sounds seriously powerful when put together. Let's make it real. Can you walk us through a quick test flight, a hypothetical conversation so we can hear how it flows?
Yeah, sure. Imagine you call your agent. You could be using your browser, your phone. You start. Hello, I'd like to do some research on the company NVIDIA. The agent, ElevenLabs, responds smoothly, using the voice you chose. I can certainly help with that. Is there anything specific you'd like to know about NVIDIA?
Okay, nice and natural.
Then you say, yeah, let's look at their Q4 2025 forecast. Now, the agent recognizes this needs the specialist tool because of that prompt rule. So it says, understood. I'll search for NVIDIA's Q4 2025 forecast now. Please give me just a moment.
Putting you on hold politely.
Exactly. And behind the scenes, bam, the N8N workflow fires up. Perplexity searches, the AI summarizes.
The specialist team is working.
Right. Then maybe 5-10 seconds later, the ElevenLabs agent comes back. Okay, I have found some information on NVIDIA's Q4 2025 forecast. NVIDIA reported revenue of whatever the summary is.
Wow.
It's a seamless conversation, even with that complex lookup happening in the background.
That's genuinely impressive. It completely changes the game for AI interaction. So thinking bigger, what does this mean for expanding? You mentioned a pro-level upgrade, the multi-specialist idea.
Yeah, this is where it gets really powerful. You're not limited to just one NNA specialist tool. You can create multiple NNN workflows, each starting with a webhook, each designed for a different task.
Like what?
Well, you could have your web researcher, but also maybe an internal database checker that looks up customer info, or a calendar scheduler, or even one that sends emails.
Okay.
You add each of these as separate webhook tools in the ElevenLabs agent settings, each with a clear name and description. Then your ElevenLabs agent, Mission Control, becomes much smarter. Based on your conversation, it will figure out which specialist tool is the right one to call for that specific task.
So it routes the request intelligently.
Exactly.
It transforms your agent from just a researcher into a truly versatile assistant.
That's incredible, giving the AI a whole team.
Yeah.
Okay, so for people wanting to actually deploy this, move beyond just tech.
Yeah. Also, consider rate limiting on your webhook to prevent accidental or intentional overload. And keep a close eye on your API usage, ElevenLabs, your AI model provider, Perplexity. Those costs can add up if you're not monitoring them.
Good point.
And technically, remember to switch your NN workflow from the test URL to the production URL. Just remove the test part and make sure the workflow toggle is set to active.
Little details, but crucial. Okay, beyond the tech setup, there's the experience itself, crafting the perfect conversational experience. This sounds like an art. Any tips on voice selection, keeping the flow smooth?
It absolutely is an art. For voice selection, really think about the agent's role. Is it a formal research assistant? Maybe a clear, neutral voice? A creative brainstorming partner? Perhaps something more expressive?
Yeah.
And definitely test voices with real content, not just, hello. A voice that sounds great for one sentence might get grating over a longer explanation. For conversation flow, keep the agent's responses conversational, but also concise. Aim for maybe 2 or 3 sentences for simple answers. Don't let it ramble. And crucially, plan for errors. What happens if the NAN workflow times out or fails? The agent shouldn't just hang up. It needs a graceful exit, like, I'm sorry, I seem to be having trouble connecting to my research tool right now. Could you try again in a moment?
Handling failures gracefully, yeah, that's key for a professional feel.
And this brings us back to the prompt, really. How do you ensure it behaves consistently? That's advanced prompt engineering for voice. The system prompt for your ElevenLabs agent is its constitution. It needs explicit rules. Define the persona clearly. Set rules for conversation management, like Always ask clarifying questions if a request is vague, keep information concise, use natural language. And most importantly for this setup, explicit tool usage guidelines. Define exactly when to use each N8N tool, how to introduce it, and what to tell the user if a tool fails or takes too long.
It sounds like the prompt is doing a lot of heavy lifting in managing the whole interaction.
It really is. It's the brain governing the conversation flow and tool orchestration.
So this blueprint, it really unlocks some serious superpowers. These advanced voice agent patterns. We're talking multi-tool agents doing research, scheduling, emailing,
Checking databases, analyzing
Right.
sales data. Yeah.
and context-aware conversations.
Yeah,
Connecting to memory systems like Zep or Supabase so it remembers past chats.
exactly. So you can pick up where you left off, or it can build knowledge over time, makes it feel much more intelligent.
And then, my favorite, Star Trek mode. Voice-activated workflows. Using the voice agent as, like, a master controller for other inane automations.
Precisely. Imagine just saying, computer, run the morning sales report automation.
Oh, man. For anyone who's manually pulled reports every morning, that sounds like pure magic. Have you actually seen teams implement that kind of thing just to save a lot of time?
Oh, absolutely. The efficiency gains can be huge, especially for repetitive tasks that can be triggered by a simple voice command. It frees people up for more complex work.
It's incredible. Okay, quick pit stop. Common problems. For someone building this, what are the typical hurdles and how do you fix them? A quick troubleshooter's guide.
Sure. Latency or long delays can be an issue. The fix is often optimizing your N8N workflow, make it faster. Or maybe choosing a faster AI model if that's the bottleneck. Poor audio quality. That often comes down to the ElevenLabs plan. The paid plans generally offer significantly better, more natural-sounding voice models.
Worth the investment if quality matters.
Right.
And the agent talks too much, doesn't know when to stop. That's almost always a prompt engineering issue. You need to go back to that system prompt and add stricter rules.
Queries instantly and escalating smoothly to humans only when needed.
Huge potential there.
Also, sales and lead qualification. An AI voice agent can handle initial outreach, answer basic questions, qualify leads, and then pass the really warm ones over to a human salesperson. Very efficient. And internally, think voice-controlled tools for teams, allowing people to query databases, run reports, or trigger workflows completely hands-free while they're doing other things.
The possibilities really do seem vast.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try and bring this all together. The bottom line seems pretty clear. The future is conversational.
Yeah.
And think about it. A few years back, the idea that a solo creator, maybe even just you listening now, could build an AI agent that holds a natural, real-time voice chat, hooks into the internet, performs tasks, that was pure sci-fi.
Absolutely. Star Trek stuff.
Right. And today, it's just another project you can build in AAN. You literally have the blueprint now to create AI systems that don't just crunch data, but actually engage, interact, connect on a much more human level.
It democratizes some seriously advanced capabilities.
Totally. So here's your mission briefing, your takeaway challenge, how you use this blueprint. Are you going to cast your character? Maybe a witty, sarcastic JARVIS like Iron Man's AI? Or perhaps a calm, professional, endlessly patient Star Trek computer voice?
The personality is half the fun.
It really is. And think, what specific, nagging, recurring problem in your life, your work, your business could be totally transformed by adding a voice? By batting one of these agents, imagine connecting it to your smart home, your office, literally saying, hey, Jarvis, or whatever you call it, turn on the lights in the studio and start the coffee machine.
The tech is there. It's ready.
It really is. It's just waiting for your creativity. Time to get building. We really hope this deep dive has sparked some ideas, maybe given you some surprising insights. Keep exploring, keep building, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.